Okay. Hi. We're ready, we're good, no? Yeah. I'm ready. Hit me with the personal questions.
So tell me about your younger self, where you lived, who you were friends with, your family.
So I'm originally from Austria. I grew up there. I lived there my whole life, kinda. I lived in Germany for 2 years. I went there to finish my high school. I have 4 siblings and we're all very close. And we grew up together our whole life. And yeah.
Did you have any hobbies when you were younger?
Yeah, I used to play football a lot. I was very into music. I was DJing when I was younger, but I guess everyone just went there kind of. Yeah, those are my hobbies.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you when you were younger?
Oh, that's a very, very direct and hard question. I don't really know if I can answer that because there were many embarrassing things that happened to me. I think one time I fell off the stairs when I was trying to impress some girl. I was running late for class and she was there. I wanted to impress her, I wanted to look cool. So I was running and I fell. And that was very embarrassing. I think I was like 14 years old and since then I never talked to her again.
Who was your first kiss?
My first kiss? It was a girl in Vienna when I was 14 years old. I don't know if that's kind of late or kind of early for a first kiss, but that's how it happened. It was actually, we had a PE lesson and then afterwards I kissed her and it was cute. It was nice. I can't say her name because I don't know if I can say her name, but I think that person knows if that person is watching this.
What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? Kind of everything. Everything can make me laugh. It can be like the most ridiculous things that can make me laugh. But also I'm very known for laughing in very inappropriate moments. That's kind of a problem sometimes. I'm trying to spread positivity and I'm just trying to be very happy around people and make them laugh.
What was your favorite food when you were young?
100% pizza. 100% pizza, pasta, very Italian. I grew up very Italian, eating Italian food. Yeah, but also a burger I wouldn't mind. I'm very fast food-ish, but I love cooking at home, for example. I kind of love everything, but there's some things that I can't eat that I don't like. For example, pickles or tomatoes, or can't do those things.
What is your version of the perfect chill day?
The perfect chill day? Waking up in the morning, having a tea. I love tea. Tea in the morning is important to me. I'll probably grab my phone and text some of my friends. Then I love going outside. I love doing some activities outside. I don't like staying home. And meet up with some friends and maybe go eat lunch and then have dinner and just probably vlog the whole time. And yeah.
What is something you would like to do in the future?
I'm gonna be honest, I can't see myself working in an office the whole time. A 9-to-5 job, that's really not me. I love exploring, I love traveling, I love being active in every different setting. So in the future, I hope that I'm just gonna be successful with whatever I choose to do. In terms of course, making money and provide for my family, but of being happy in life as well.
Do you see yourself as someone who has a positive influence?
Yeah, 100%. I can't guarantee that, but I think that my friends are always, I'm having an impact on my friends always. I think that I'm trying to get the best out of all of my friends, and I think that I'm motivating them, and that makes me happy as well. So, yeah.
When did you start your YouTube channel?
It was in May, I think May 13th, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a long time ago, actually, half a year ago.
What is your goal as a YouTuber / vlogger?
I think my goal is kind of to make people happy, make people laugh about jokes, to give people an insight about my life, because I'm very often misunderstood, because I think on Instagram, for example, you have pictures of a person with some captions and that's pretty much it, you know? And on YouTube, I can just be myself. I can just laugh about every situation and just put that in the video. And the viewers get an insight about my life, about my friends' lives. And I think the goal is not necessarily to hit big numbers, but it's, of course, to be recognized and appreciated and just be successful with it, I guess.
Did anybody help you edit your videos?
The first video was edited by my friend completely because I had no idea how to edit. I didn't know anything about editing. And once I got into it, my second video was edited by myself already. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how I have to edit and what I have to do. So I watched YouTube tutorials actually and tried to figure it out. And I remember the second video took me about 2 weeks to edit. It was kind of ridiculous. I was about to give up before anything started. So now I'm pretty much used to it, you know. But back then it was hard.
Do you schedule your vlogs or do you just do it spontaneously?
That's a very interesting question because it's kind of both. You know, like we always our vlogs are structured by having 3 or 4 events in one vlog that are completely different from each other. That's how I like to do my vlogs. Some of them are pre-scheduled in the sense that we plan what we're going to do, but of course the setting can change. For example, we went to a thing called the 2 break, and the intention was to film a very deep insight into the room and into the breaking the stuff and whatever. And then my friend Mario was just being very, very funny, and I made the whole video about him and him destroying things, and that was pretty much it.
Are there people that are reoccurring in your videos, or is it just about you?
I wouldn't say so. There are many of my friends are in the videos. I am very happy. They support me in that sense. It's my whole friend group. Is in the videos. It's pretty much not about me, I would say, because I'm just the voice behind the camera. In every vlog, you would see me for 20 or 30 seconds, and that's it. And people actually notice. They always ask me, why you're not in your own vlogs? Why you're always just filming your friends? And I think because it can be much more entertaining for me to be behind the camera and kind of narrate the whole thing instead of me being in the focus.
Were you ever interested in videography/photography, or is this something new that you've learned?
It's kind of funny because I never was into video making or photography. I love people taking pictures of me and just putting them on Instagram, if I'm honest, you know. But I was not into video editing. I was always kind of laughing at people who would edit videos and just post them on YouTube. And now I'm a YouTuber, I guess.
If you could put yourself in a category on YouTube, where would you see yourself fitting in?
I think it would be entertainment and people, because it's a friend group, it's entertaining, I'm always trying to be funny, I'm always trying to make people happy, and I think it will be that category.
What's your favorite video that you have filmed?
That I filmed, I guess it was the 1K special skydive. That was a big episode on the vlog. It was very hard to produce. We had 7 cameramen and we had a big setup, and I'm very scared of heights and I never went skydiving or anything like that, and it was a big thing for me. So it was a whole production. We actually, the intro of the video took us so long with the colors, and it was a big mess, but I'm happy we made the video. It actually reached 10K views, which is kind of amazing for me. For other people it might not be, but for me it was amazing. We went on the airplane and we were in the sky, and then I was calm, I was relaxed, I knew what I was going to do. And then he opened the door of the airplane, and that's when you realize, wow, I'm on an airplane with an open window. What am I doing right now? I have to jump out. And actually I went as the last one. In the video I'm the first one to jump, but in actual I'm the last person to jump. So I saw my friend Alex jumping and Mario was jumping. Actually, we didn't film Mario jumping. We didn't have enough camera equipment for that. So it was Alex jumping first in the video, and then it was me. No, it was Alex after me, but he jumped before me. So I knew he was going to do it, and Mario and him were stronger than I was at that sort of time. So when they did it, it gave me a lot of strength to overcome my fear and get out of my comfort zone and just jump. And when we jumped, a lot of things went through my head. So many things went through my head that I was just so thankful for having the opportunity to just jump off that airplane, overcome my fears, and do something I never did. And I'm very happy I did that. I think it changed a lot in the sense of myself, in the sense of overcoming fears, and on the YouTube itself actually, because it hit 10,000 views. And the 2 videos after that also surpassed 1,000 views, which is very cool. So I feel like that was a big hit.
What videos are you planning to film in the future?
I'm good with vlogging for now. I think vlogging is pretty much what I want to do right now. Especially my videos are always like 5 minutes long, because I think the attention span of a person is not over 5 minutes or even under that a bit. And vlogging is cool. Maybe travel videos. People like traveling. I don't feel like I do a lot of traveling right now, so maybe I would go into that. And yeah, laughing, funny jokes and funny videos are the main purpose of the channel.
What does your family think of your channel?
That's an interesting question, because the opinions are very split. In the sense that some videos are very, very liked by my family and some are very, very not. So they support me in everything I do, for sure, of course. But we had 1 or 2 videos in which my family didn't really like them, because they were kind of inappropriate in like some sense. So in general, I would say that my family loves them. They always watch them and they always support me, and I'm very happy about it.
You recently did an Instagram post that was linked to your 22nd birthday about you being depressed. Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Yeah, of course. When I was younger, I wasn't always the self-conscious guy. I wasn't always the most self-confident. I wasn't bullied, to be honest. I really wasn't. But I felt like I was kind of misunderstood for a long time, very long time. I couldn't really be myself. I couldn't speak out loud. I was always hiding what I was feeling. And I felt like there was some sort of lion inside me that wanted to break out and just do his own thing, but didn't have the tools to necessarily do that. So when I turned 18, I knew that I had to make some change. And I promised myself to look in the mirror and say, you know what, just go out there and make this day your day. So I'm very proud of myself, actually, if I can say that, for actually keeping the promise. And then from that point, my life just drastically changed. I became a different person, I would say, you know, because I became so self-confident, and I had those amazing friends, and they would always support me, and I felt like I was in the right place, and that helped me a lot in making me happy. And now as I'm 22, I think I'm the happiest person. I'm very happy about my choices that I took, and yeah.
Do you ever feel depressed now?
Of course, yeah, it happens sometimes. I think every person is going through rough stuff in their life. I don't necessarily think that there's people who are always happy, or people that are pretending to always be happy, you know? So I feel like everyone has like some sort of depression sometimes. It happens to me a lot, actually, but I'm not trying to focus on that. I'm trying to focus on positive things. I'm surrounded by positive people, and I'm trying to always be happy.
What would you say to young people who are depressed?
I would say, it's kind of a weird advice, but I would say let it be for the moment. You know, people always think the best advice for people with depression is to tell them it will be okay and you will do fine tomorrow, and just go to sleep and take pills and whatever. I don't feel like that's the right thing to say to some person like that. I feel like every depression is made of something that is kind of important to the person, you know? And depression is caused by something that is it's very deep, you know? And I don't feel like you can fight something that's deep inside you, you know? For example, for me, if I feel depressed or sad, I don't try to fight it again anymore. I try to cure it. That curing something and fighting something is a very different two things. Because if you're depressed and you're trying to pretend you're happy, that won't get you anywhere. And if you're saying, okay, I'm depressed, I know I'm depressed, I will let it be for the moment, and I'll experience that depression, it will help you much more in curing that. So that would be my advice. Let it be for now, try to talk to people, and just always know your worth. And yeah.
Do you feel that you are camera shy sometimes because of your past?
Sometimes it happens, sometimes because I'm mumbling sometimes and I'm not pronouncing words the right way, but it's also because English is my third language. Yeah, so I am camera shy sometimes, not right now, to be honest, but when I'm behind the camera vlogging, I'm not shy at all. But when someone's filming me, I always want to make sure that I'm comfortable, or that's kind of perfect in some sense.
In the future, that YouTube can be your only source of income, or is there something else?
Maybe. I hope so. I'm doing YouTube videos just to entertain an audience that I'm building up right now. We're still a very, very small audience on Morali Life Vlogs, but I'm trying to extend that. I really see a future in that because I was always videoing my life in some sense, but never publishing it actually. And when my friends told me that it's actually entertaining, I thought about doing the videos. Because as I've told you earlier, I wasn't into video editing at all. And now I'm very much into it. And I can see that going somewhere in the future. Like we have people that don't really know me or us and still watch the videos. And I think they're great. I think they make people happy sometimes. And actually today I had someone telling me at the cafeteria that they're inspired by the skydive we did. Which wasn't the intention to inspire someone, but they still felt inspired. And that makes me very happy.
What don't you show on YouTube?
What don't I show? There's many things that didn't make it into the vlog for so many reasons. There's the most famous reason is that someone would film something with me and then be like, Aaron, please don't post that. And that would me changing the whole thing again, and a complete idea would get lost. I think out of the 24 videos we have for now, there are 12 more videos which didn't get published, which is kind of a lot. So it's inappropriate kind of things that don't make it into the vlogs. It's things that hurt other people. It's when it's not entertaining sometimes. Sometimes we have ideas that are great and we film them, but they don't turn out that well and we don't post them.
Are there things that are non-negotiable that you don't put in your videos?
Yeah, of course. For me, I have a problem with putting things that no one will understand. For example, if it's a joke that is very personal about someone else or about me, and a viewer will not understand that joke, I prefer not to put that in. Also, if there's other languages like Arabic for Mario sometimes, or we're talking like German, I wouldn't put that in because we want to keep it very international and in English. Even though it's hard for us to speak in English the whole time. For example, my friend Joel, I speak to him in German the whole time. But still, in the videos, it's all in English. And it's kind of funny sometimes to film him talking in English while I'm narrating in English.
Do you plan everything that is in the video?
We don't plan everything, but I'm gonna be honest, some stuff is kind of pre-planned, pre-scheduled, some jokes. But the most spontaneous things could happen and we vlog them. For example, my friend on the scooter, he fell from a scooter and I was filming randomly and I didn't know that would be part of the vlog. And when he fell and I went up to him and my first insight was, are you okay? That was my first question. And he was like, Aaron, please put that in the vlog. And then I had some kind of sense that, wow, those spontaneous things could actually be so entertaining sometimes.
What is your favorite thing to film when you go abroad?
Abroad, I think it's the sequences when I'm on the plane, getting ready, going to the city, those little sequences with the music in the background. I think I love that. That's what I love to do when I'm traveling.
What's the funnest thing you did this summer?
The funnest thing, I actually went to Las Vegas with my friend who's still there. And we had so much fun. We vlogged the whole thing. And we went to a hotel, which was a banana hostel. It was very, very funny. And we vlogged everything. I think I had around 70 people in the vlog of LA Vegas, which is insane. 70 people in one video, I think that's kind of crazy. And everyone was happy to do it. And it was very, very fun.
Walk me through all of your videos.
For all of my videos, okay, I don't know if I remember every single video. It started off with 24 hours in a foreign country. It was my friend Alex and I. We went to a random country that ended up to be Romania to just go and explore. Now, it was scheduled to be a vlog and we knew we were vlogging the whole thing, but it was planned to be a me and Alex vlog kind of thing before the Morali Life Vlogs was established. So we filmed the whole thing, we came back home and then my friend told me that he didn't wanna post it and be part of it. And I knew, okay, the YouTube career is over before it even started, So I talked to him and I tried to get him back on the boat and he didn't want to. He told me he would be part of the videos but wouldn't necessarily be a main character or just always be around. So I knew I wouldn't stop vlogging, I just started, so I still posted a video. I changed the YouTube to my name and that was the first video. And there were some videos about sneaking into Eurovision. We had the gay pride in Tel Aviv. We had my friend getting her nose job. We had the 2 break where you just break random things in the room. We had the skydive. We had, what was it? A dinosaur in a T-Rex costume. And it was the funniest things. And also my favorite sequence, I think, was my little sister. I didn't make it for her birthday. I wanted to surprise her. I just took her to the theme park, and people love that sequence actually. I think it's kind of my favorite.
How many subscribers do you want to get by the end of this year?
As we're approaching 2020 right now, I really have no number in mind. I still don't know how the YouTube algorithm kind of functions. And right now we have 1.3 thousand, which is kind of insane because we started at 0, a few months ago. And now knowing that we have 1,000 plus people watching our content is kind of making me and my whole vlog friends kind of happy, I think a good number would be 5,000 at the end of the year. I think we can make that. I think we can do that, but it's very, very hard. Again, it's very hard to be a vlogger nowadays, especially when you're not famous, because we're not famous. None of us is famous, so it's very, very hard.
How long does it take you to edit a video?
It could take me between 8 hours to 12 hours, which is very ridiculous for a 5-minute video, but people often don't understand. You have 3 hours of footage or 5 hours of footage, and people don't know that. People think we filmed something and then instantly we just put it into the Premiere and it's out there, but it's not like that. You have 3 hours of footage. You have to cut out the best parts and then see how to make it entertaining. You have to find the right music, you have to find the right filters, you have to really create some sense of production, which is very, very underrated nowadays because people don't know the behind the scenes of how the editing is going. I think the first video took me around 2 weeks to edit, and now it's just 6 or 8 hours.
What are some of your favorite places to film?
It's kind of funny. My favorite places are not really places. It's on the street, outside, when it's dark. It can be the most ridiculous places. We filmed the supermarket, for example, once, and we filmed, I don't know, the library with costumes on. It was the most random settings. I don't really care about where the location is, but I care about the situation, what's happening. So yeah.
Where do you not film?
Where I not film, I feel like there's not really borders, because if I have a person telling me I can't film at some place, I would stop recording. But I don't feel like necessarily I have to be limited by a location of not filming. Of course, if it's a place where I can't film, or I'm not allowed to film, or it's disrespectful to film there, I won't film there. But I don't feel like plays a big role.
Are you afraid of being vulnerable in front of people?
No, I'm actually not. My friends see me being emotional all the time. Maybe on camera it is, because I don't want to be the vulnerable guy or the guy who's very emotional, because I don't like watching emotional videos. It's just a thing I have. I like being entertained and by fun and laughing. But I feel like with my friends, I could be very, very emotional and they will still support me in anything I do. So when there's something going on in my life, I would tell them about it and I would try to get their advice and be emotional. I wouldn't hide my feelings in front of them.
Do you think that people see you in a different way now that you've started your YouTube channel?
I think so. I heavily think so, because on my Instagram I'm very different. People always tell me I'm very different in my Instagram and in real life. Because on the Instagram, they see this guy who was always partying. They see a guy who's always around so many friends. And people forget that I've built that up myself. I wasn't handed anything. People didn't help me necessarily in achieving the goals I have, So now I have amazing friends and, I'm very, very happy in my state, But on Instagram, it looks very excessive. It looks like I'm very, very much out there and just doing my whole big ego thing, which is not necessarily true, because if you know me in real life, I'm a very positive and different person that is not bragging about their life, So my friends know that, and people didn't know that because they just saw me on my Instagram and on stories, So when we started YouTube, it's very, very different, because on YouTube, you see the actual person, you see me having conversations with people, you see me just doing random things with people that I don't do on my Instagram. Because on my Instagram, it's all based on pictures and false reputations. And in real life, it's more like YouTube is. You know, because on YouTube, we don't necessarily filter out stuff as much as on Instagram. And I feel like on YouTube, I have a platform where I can really be myself and just be out there, and people would actually understand me. And people will approach me and tell me, hey, you're much friendlier than I thought. You're much happier than I thought. And it happens a lot. Since the YouTube, people come up to me, they're like, you're so much cooler than I thought. You're so much nicer than I thought. You're actually not that guy that you seem to be on your Instagram. And that makes me happy in some sense, but it also makes me upset because I'm not trying to be a big egoistic person kind of sense in Instagram, but I feel like in some sense I want to represent myself from a leading perspective and a perspective of being strong. But on YouTube, on the other hand, it's just me kind of unfiltered.
What would you say to your past self if you could go back in time?
To my past self? Where have you been this whole time? I would say, where have you been? What have you been doing this whole time? I feel like I started living my life when I was 18, 19, which is a big mistake because when I was 16, 17, 18, like before that, I wasn't doing what I loved, and it was a big, big problem. You know, like right now for the vlog, for example, you know, right now I'm asking myself, why did I not start earlier? I had the tools, I had my friends, I had a camera, I had everything I needed, but I wasn't being myself and I wasn't being happy. And that changed, and now I'm happy I picked up a camera. I'm happy I'm going out there and just trying to create many, many things. And yeah, I would tell my past self, where have you been and why are you not following your dreams?
How would you describe your style in 5 words?
In 5 words? Comfy, baggy, kinda, okay? Classic, easy, and colorful.
What song do you sing in the shower?
What song in the shower? I am a music person in the shower. I always sing in the shower. There's no shower without music. Actually, me and my younger brother always used to argue who has a speaker while we're showering. Because there are 2 showers and there was 1 speaker. So I always argue who takes the speaker.
What are top 3 destinations
That I haven't went to? I think New Zealand is the number 3 probably. Mexico was on my list, but I went there, so I'll skip that. I think number 2 will be Japan. And number 1, let me think about number 1, because there's I think for some reason it's Portugal. I always want to go to Portugal. I don't know why, not to Lisbon, but to places around Portugal, kind of in that sense. I always wanted to go there. I never went there, so I want to go there.
Which platform do you use? YouTube or Instagram?
That's a very harsh question. I'm on Instagram pretty much my whole life. I'm on YouTube for 5 months, but I would say YouTube, which is kind of funny because on YouTube I can be myself much more than on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm trying to be someone I'm not, probably sometimes, you know. And on YouTube, it's just very fun and very jokes and laughing and just having fun. So I like YouTube much more.
Now that Instagram has taken away the likes, how does that affect your social identity?
It doesn't affect me much because I'm not a big content creator on Instagram, but I feel like there's 2 sides. The first side is that I'm actually in favor of that because it would raise self-esteem so much more and lower the stress, you know, and like people kind of deducting their bigger picture and like people trying to always fit into a version that they're not, you know, people always trying to impress people, you know. And I feel like with taking down the likes, people will be much more free to share more pictures and B, maybe more freely, you know. People wouldn't try to brag anymore. People wouldn't try to get those likes with somebody that don't necessarily are, you know. On the other hand, I think for big content creators it could be a hard time because you're building up a following and that's how you get famous and that's how you kind of maintain a job and how you maintain your profile. And if you have no likes, it will be kind of hard to gain your audience. It will be hard to maintain them and it will be hard to kind of value them in some sense. And it will be hard for the analytics to see, are my posts doing well? Are people liking what I'm doing? Are they not? So there's two sides.
Do you ever get any haters on your YouTube channel?
Of course. I think like in any type of things you're doing in your life, there will be some good amount of hate and some good amount of love, you know? And sometimes the haters are just there to teach you a lesson, you know? Sometimes you're really doing something not right, and those haters will try to advise you in some sense. But of course, there are people who just dislike you and want to like drag you down kind of. And I have that a lot actually, you know? I think on the skydive video we had like 250 likes and 70 dislikes. And there were 70 people disliking something good for us, you know? It's not very annoying, but it still hurts you in some sense because you think you're doing great and then there's people trying to ruin it for you, you know? I think my advice to people that think they have much haters is just to ignore them, which is very hard to do because for me, for example, if I have 100 people, you know, in a room and 99 will tell me amazing things and there's one person telling me something bad, I'll be focused on that one person. That's something I have and many people struggle with. So my advice would just be try to focus on the 99 good people in your life and leave out that one person who tries to like drag you down.
In the future, what would you want to be recognized for?
I don't necessarily know for what, but I know that for something good, inspiring, and appreciated in society. That's what I'm working on kind of. It was always me trying to make myself look good rather than actually being happy. That was always a problem I had back in the past. And now it just shifted. And now I feel like I'm much more wise and appreciate myself much more and appreciate the friends around me, you know? You think we're done? Really? Okay. Wow. I feel good. It was very cool. It was a very smooth interview. Should I say something like thank you for listening or you play the pause button?